Before we begin, a word about the partner behind this season. Season 3 of Build Beautiful is supported by Tapetti, makers of fine handcrafted rugs and carpets, and our founding partner for the season. I have worked with Tapetti for years across my projects, so this is a relationship I already know and trust. Karina and her team have been true supporters of our industry and our practice, and I'm proud to have them alongside the show. You'll hear a little more from them across the season, always in my own words. But for now, I'm simply glad that they're here with us. I'm Linda Habak, and this is Build Beautiful, where design meets depth. There's a particular kind of honesty that's hard to find in any industry. The kind that looks at something widely admired and says plainly, this is not good enough. My guest today is Georgina Wilson, registered architect, founder of Georgina Wilson Associates, and for the past 3 years, somewhat to her own surprise, a public voice followed by hundreds of thousands of people around the world who never thought they needed an architect until they found her. Before all of that, she was a ballet dancer, then a flutist. She stepped into architecture school and found her place. She spent a decade learning from one of Australia's finest residential architects, moved to France, had children, came back to Sydney during the global financial crisis, and as she puts it, couldn't get a job. So she started a practice instead. GWA has been designing and renovating some of Sydney's most considered homes for 15 years. But it's what happened about 3 years ago that took Georgina somewhere she didn't expect. She started posting videos, not to build a brand, not to become an influencer, but because she had a genuine question. Do everyday people actually want an honest conversation about what makes a home work? 3 million views overnight suggested they did. In this conversation, we talk about the accidental journey that became a mission, why she calls her audience normies and means it as a compliment, and what she believes most people fundamentally misunderstand about designing a home they'll actually love living in. Georgina Wilson, welcome to Build Beautiful.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. It's the first time we're meeting in person.
Absolutely. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's so nice. We had a great conversation last week in preparation for today. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Really excited to have you.
Thank you for having me.
You're such a pleasure. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's just set the scene. What brought you into architecture? I mentioned that you did ballet, you were a flutist, you have these creative pursuits that you know all about discipline, and then you landed in architecture. So just paint a picture for how that all happened.
I know it's a bit random. I really didn't even know what an architect was when I was growing up, or a designer. Never thought about it before. But I guess I was kind of like, I was a bit of an academic nerd in a way. Like, I loved maths, loved art, and had these strange creative pursuits like playing the flute and doing ballet and things like that. And then it wasn't until I was doing my HSC that I had a friend, and his father was an architect. And his father said to me, "You're an architect, you should do architecture."
So
and I actually, for lack of knowing what else to do, I put that down, and that's sort of where I ended up.
And did you enjoy architecture school when you studied it at
I loved it, but I did have a bit of a diversion because I did go to the conservatorium and study music for a while.
Oh, wow.
So like
had
a bit of a roundabout path, I guess.
And do you see a thread or a link between the two disciplines?
I mean, it's funny that you ask that, because I think I always thought I left that part of myself behind a long time ago. And at the time I realised, like when I gave up music, I realised that I wasn't good enough at it to be like the best in the world sort of thing. And with music, it's especially classical music, which I play. Like,
Absolutely.
So I was doing Bachelor of Music performance.
Yeah.
So I think with something like that, you really have to not be able to help yourself. Like, you have to be
First in class.
First in class, absolutely.
Yeah. Wow.
And I mean, I think it's really important to be honest with yourself about your own capabilities. And I just had to come to the realisation that that wasn't me. And also it was creative in a way that didn't quite exercise all my faculties. Like I kind of felt strangely bored by it, which is a weird thing to say.
Well, it's an interesting mix, right? Because you're bored, you're not fully fulfilled.
I wasn't fully engaged.
Yeah, and then
somehow.
you're also kind of saying, I couldn't find my greatness in it
No,
almost. And
exactly.
So,
there were like so many geniuses there. Like everyone was a genius who was in that course. And I just felt like that wasn't me somehow. So anyway, accepted that and moved into architecture. And pretty quickly I could see that nothing would stop me there. Like it was sort of perfect in a way.
Amazing. You then went on to work for Alexander Zanis for 10 years.
Yes, that's right.
Tell me about that experience of working for such a reputable architect, and what did you learn? What were the key learnings that you took away from that?
Yeah, like it's interesting, the process. Like when you first finish architecture school and you go out into the world to work, it's a very different thing to architecture school. And I think it actually takes a very long time to it's almost like learn all the vocabulary and the skills that you actually need to be able to put that into practice in a more creative way. Like it probably takes about 10 years, like a long time.
A long time.
And when I left university, I was very clear that I wanted to work for Alexander's.
Really?
Yeah, like he was the person I wanted to work for.
That's and
or with.
why? What was it about
He's
him and his practice?
He's a really, really rigorous, excellent designer. And his planning is extremely thoughtful, considered and robust, and as well as the kind of the build methods of it are very highly crafted, very beautiful. Everything's beautifully made, very thoughtfully designed. Like, so it just really resonated with me at the time. I think I could see why his design ethos made sense.
Was there anything walking away from that 10 years that you thought I might do differently, or what were the key learnings walking away?
That experience, and I'm not saying this was necessarily specific to Alexander's, because there were a couple of things. I guess I found architecture in those early years, it's kind of it can be a bit of a boring job. Like it's so like pedantic and fastidious, and you're responsible for file completion and like drafting and some things that maybe weren't my top skills, Working with Alexander's was wonderful in that I learned the real core skills of design and the whole industry and working on site and all of this stuff. But I guess some ideas were starting to brew a little bit about, when I worked there, we worked almost exclusively with like the absolute upper echelon.
The 1%.
The one, not even, like the, I don't know,
0.2%.
0.2% or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I mean, it was great from a point of view of being able to work with top craftspeople and bring that to projects. So that is wonderful. But I was sort of starting to think it's a little bit interesting, this one-to-one bespoke service offering, and how does that actually improve the outcomes of design in a broader sense for the community or for the world.
You had those ideas even back then in terms of, I guess I want to use the word scale.
Just questioning.
But how do you benefit a greater, broader
percentage of people? Because if you look around you, like I've been spending a lot of time at Penrith and in the western suburbs lately because my kids do a lot of rowing. And I drive around and I just see hundreds and hundreds of homes being built, and all of them are terrible. Terrible, terrible. Like it's just been a little bit of something I've been wondering about for a long time. Yeah. And then with us as architects, thinking we actually have the capability to change these outcomes, but how do we actually do it? Like,
Yeah.
how do we
do it on
that scale?
on that scale?
Yeah.
What you've done is, I think, in showing up on socials, what I feel you've done is make it more approachable. You've used common language. You've taken it to the people. And so that has flipped the switch, and I think you've done that in a really authentic way and a fun way, but an authentic way. And maybe that's ruffled some feathers. I don't know. I mean, I think once you put yourself out there, you kind of, it's a bit daunting. Like, it's not easy. You kind of then almost make yourself a bit of a target. But I think you've done it. People buy from people. People connect with people, and you do have to have the courage to put yourself out there, and you have done that. But you've done that for a purpose. So you tell me, that's my perspective on it, but
yeah, I guess it wasn't. I mean, it's very kind of you. It kind of makes it sound maybe a lot more purposeful and deliberate than it was. Like, I was a little bit fed up with the one-to-one model of architecture and just these notions of, like, why is it that we can only contribute to the benefit of like 0.1% of all homes that are getting built? Can't we do more? And so I guess I was just curious, are people, like normal people, and I do refer to them as normies, and
Yes.
like you say, it's not an insult at all.
No,
it's just
I love
to remind myself not to talk to myself, like not to talk to other designers, but to think, how are normal people thinking about these things? So I guess I was just curious, are people actually interested in having a proper conversation about what makes good design and why it's important? Because I was seeing a lot of things in social media and the media at the time, and I still do, where I just felt that it was really designed for the benefit of other design professionals and not so much with a view to clarity for normal people. And in fact, I think it was the opposite. It's the opposite of clear. It's actually seriously misleading.
Well, you used the word negligent when we were on the phone. So tell me
it's a bit strong, but
it's strong.
I actually
it's strong
think
terms, but that's what you think, right? So
I do think that.
Can we talk about that? Because I sort of, I agree with you. I think it's beautiful.
Beautiful photo.
Yeah.
But architecture is not a photo. Yeah. Architecture and interior design as well, I would include this in this category. It's an experience, and it's certainly in terms of architecture and what I do, it's designing people's homes to function and to support their life, which is a serious thing, not to mention having efficiency of build, which is not wasteful of materials and resources and money. So I guess, I just feel deeply that homes need to be designed to be superbly functional. And that will be beautiful, don't get me wrong. I'm not rejecting of beauty.
Yes, no.
But I guess I see just so many examples every day of homes that are it's negligent. And even when they look beautiful, so often you look at the plan or you look at things a little more deeply, and it's really not well done at all. And
do you think that was part of the catalyst for you coming out and then starting to share?
Partly, but to be honest, I had no idea how bad it was. Like, I was just sort of thinking, look, I mean, you see a lot of shiny, beautiful photos, and that doesn't actually present good design. Like, to the public, they can't actually tell if that's good design or not.
Or not, absolutely.
Because it's a beautiful photo, which is a different thing.
Let's give some context. You posted a video on TikTok. You woke up the next morning, like quite literally.
Like, so, and I'll just be clear, the reason I did it on TikTok was that there was none of my friends were on there. So it was kind of, it's not brave like you said. Well, I was like, you were just put it there because like no one knows me there.
I've thought about that
no one my
times.
age is on TikTok, come on. So I woke up the next morning and there were like 3 million views on the video. And I was
it's
freaked out. I thought this is...
So can you take, because I tried to find that for part one, I couldn't find the part 1
On
the
TikTok?
I could only see the part 2, part 3.
Oh, really?
And part 2
Part
got
1.
3.2 million views, by the way.
Yeah.
So what was part 1? I need to know.
I think it was a kitchen video, but it was
Okay.
like part 1. I think I did part 2 and part 3.
Part 3, yeah.
I think that's all I've done, but of that series.
That series. You've done lots of series.
yeah.
But take me back. I still call it courageous, even if you were hiding.
And I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know what TikTok's about. In
Yeah.
those days, I was like,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So you get on, you talk about
Kitchens, I think it was, or
Yeah.
something
Was
about.
was that the
It
one?
was something
where-
about what not to do.
what not to do. 5 things I wouldn't do as an architect.
Yeah, I think it was kitchens,
Kitchen
but the
series.
part 1.
Yeah, right. And it blew up. What was the most surprising thing from putting that question out there, putting that information out there?
I mean, a lot of things. I had no idea what social media was or anything. I was asking my kids, like, what's going on? My mum was saying, stop that talk tick immediately. What are you doing?
Talk tick, I love it.
And
Yeah.
Mum's saying, they're not listening to what you're saying. I'm like, what do you mean, Mum? What do you mean? I'm wearing, like, clothes,
Yeah.
obviously. That's not like a thirst trap.
Oh, God, I love it.
So
Typical mum
I don't
thing
know.
to say.
So pretty quickly though, I was like, well, this is interesting.
Hmm.
Like once I calmed down, because I was a bit frightened at first.
Yeah.
Then I thought, actually, this is interesting. So like thousands of comments, and people were making stitches of the thing and talking about it online.
And what were they saying? What were the comments? What was the feedback? And was it predominantly from normies, as you call it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So it was.
So it
you
was
really
normies.
touched a
Okay,
nerve,
so yeah,
clearly.
it was normies. A mix of positive and very negative opinions. So people were really, I guess what was absolutely smacking me in the face about it was that people were highly, highly engaged with this sort of thousands of comments, which I couldn't bear to read at the time. So
Yeah.
some of my team sort of dipped into them for me, but like it was a mix of like terrible, like awful things and like whatever.
You know,
but
that comes
yeah,
with
the
territory,
argument, like people love
unfortunately.
to argue online about
Yeah.
their opinion on
Yeah.
things. And something, because it was a video about kitchens, everyone has an experience with a kitchen. And so
very
they could really
universal.
resonate. And I think initially the thing I'd said was don't put your sink in your island or something, which to me is really obvious. But it just was a really divisive point. It wasn't intended as that, but everyone
just-
wanted to fight about it.
Yeah.
So that's what I saw,
Right.
this
yeah.
high engagement, and it's a conversation.
Yeah.
So it actually confirmed what I wanted to do, which is have a conversation with normal people and engage in that online.
I know you said it was born out of curiosity, and it is born out of curiosity, but it does take a lot of guts to put yourself out there every week and produce that content and open yourself up to potential criticism. Like, that's not an easy thing to do. What advice would you give to a designer or an architect who is looking at their socials right now going, just they're terrible, or I'm just not being consistent? And what advice would you give them in order to help them see that maybe just getting over themselves and just connecting with their audience, who is their customer, client, rather than what does the industry, what does my mum think, what does my sister think, my cousin think?
I don't know. I wonder about this. I mean, look, for anyone who's thinking about, doing more social and things, yes, I definitely think you just have to get over yourself. And my team and I say to each other every day is like, it's got to be shit before it's good.
It's my favourite line. I love that.
And I think that gives you permission to be shit, which you will be. My first videos were they were shit in so many ways. And,
Well, they weren't, because 3 million people obviously
well, I
watched
mean,
it and
they were
loved
good
it.
enough to get
Yeah.
some response, but like they weren't great. There was so much about them that could be improved and I've worked on.
Yeah.
But I just really like that frame of thinking because it stops the paralysis, which I think you could waste your whole life being paralysed and not doing anything. And that's like the antithesis of what I want to be. So I just take the approach of get on with it, do something. You'll see by doing it and seeing that it's shit, you'll see that and you'll see where you need to address.
Yes.
So that's pretty much the approach I take with everything. Which
well, you were kind of saying that that's the approach you take even with your architecture.
absolutely,
like you're sitting
get
there,
it out there, and then
get
everyone
out all
can
the iterations.
see it. Everyone can see it, and people can then help you to find the best solution. You know,
absolutely.
So I definitely believe in that, and I think. Yeah, I'd say that to anybody.
I love it.
As a frame of mind.
As a frame of mind for everything, for life.
And don't be embarrassed.
It's got to be shit before it's
It'll
good.
Be shit. It will be. Like, of course it will be.
No, I think it's fantastic. What have you, in this whole process of opening yourself up to the public, let's call it, and being really a public figure almost now, what have you had to protect in the process of that? Is there anything you've really had to kind of hold on to?
I don't know. I'm not like...
Probably not overthinking it.
Not really.
Yeah.
Like we'll see. At first I was probably worried that by being so public about everything, it would somehow affect me personally. Like one of the early videos I did, I was talking about my keyless entry pad.
Yes, yeah.
Which are brilliant, by the way. And I think I pressed in the code to my house.
On the video.
And so everyone online was like, I can see like the code is whatever. I'm like, oh my God. So there you go. It's got to be shit before it's good.
I love that.
And so I had to just change the code. And obviously, but I think so far it's touch wood. It's been fine.
Yeah.
People recognise me in the street, but I mean, touch again, like it's been fine. People haven't been harassing, like bad to me to my face.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's sort of all right. I guess you just got to be careful. You're not like looking like your worst when you go to Woolies to buy the groceries.
I go in my pajamas.
You never know.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you never know.
A moment for our founding partner, Tapeti. We talk a lot on the show about doing things slowly and properly. And a Tapeti rug is exactly that, hand-knotted and hand-loomed by artisans using techniques passed down through generations, made to order, built to sit in a home for decades rather than seasons. Nothing about it is mass-produced. In a world of fast-moving everything, there's something quietly radical about a piece made the way these are. I trust them completely on my own projects, which is the reason a brand ends up here. If you're working on a space, start with the floor. Now back to the episode. Did you or have you ever worried about what the industry might think?
Actually, that's a very good question. I guess I didn't think of it initially.
Yeah.
But there have been a few instances over the past couple of years where I've sort of run up against things a bit. Maybe people feel, I don't know, a bit disrespected or something, or like there's a bit of an issue as well with being an architect where the regulations are so jurisdictional. So I've had a few issues around that because when you become architect of the internet or the internet's architect, then what jurisdiction
voice,
do you
right?
serve?
Yeah.
And so I try to be very clear that I'm registered in Australia only, and I've tried to, just be 100% transparent about that, obviously. But it is a bit confusing sometimes when I don't feel like architecture rules that govern architects' behaviour necessarily, they weren't created for a time like today where like I'm exposed to people all around the world who want assistance.
So what would be your advice, like top 5 things for a normal person who's looking to engage a designer or architect? What are the things they should be looking for?
I think it's really, really hard because the most important thing initially is to get the layout right. And that's probably the thing I see done the worst in the world. Like really, like a lot of people can probably make a building look all right from the outside, and that's sort of one thing,
getting
it to function well is all about the layout and the plan. That's the thing I see done spectacularly badly, which is wasteful, not only from a resources point of view, but like if you're building a house, obviously every extra square metre you build without any need to build it is just hideously wasteful. So yeah, I'd say get that right. And if you wander into a process and you're not happy with it, you don't settle for anything less than what I say to my clients is like, what I want to hear from you is that you are unreservedly happy about this design and you can't wait to live in it. Like that's what I want to hear.
That's the goal.
That I want to hear that, or else we don't proceed. Because there is a right answer. I mean, that's the thing with planning. There is a right answer. It's not as airy-fairy as the look of things.
Absolutely.
I think of it like maths. It's like there is a best answer.
I guess for a normal person, how do they work out, other than intuition, how do they know what a perfect answer is?
What I've observed is people just know.
Yeah, right.
It's interesting.
So they do, okay.
Because I wouldn't have expected that, but people just know. And they might not understand the depth of the problem or how bad it is.
But they have it.
Or how to fix it.
Yeah.
But they will say something like, oh, the flow feels off, or like some problem, like the kitchen's not supportive enough. And then you look at it and you say, well, yeah, there's a fundamental issue here.
Yeah.
It needs to be reconfigured.
Love that.
But it does,
good.
normal people know. It's interesting. But they only know once it's been put in front of them. So that's what's difficult.
I mean, I resonate a lot with what you say about get the planning right. I say this all the time to clients I work with, and we do property development as well. It all has to start with that floor plan.
100%.
It has to start with the spatial plan, because you can make anything look beautiful. You can add materiality.
Exactly.
You can.
It's
I'm not
like
saying
a
that's
skin.
easy, but
It's totally. It's like a stylistic overlay.
Yes.
You can make, like, say, if you had the perfect plan, well, you could make that Spanish Mission. You could make that modern, mid-century modern. You could make that however you want.
That's right.
But having the spaces of a good proportion and in the right place gives you this experience of rightness, like things are as they should be.
Yes.
Things just feel
good.
like this
and
is
they
good.
feel right.
And they feel right.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Like, architecture is an experience. It's not a two-dimensional photo.
No.
And I guess that's what I've been trying to illustrate, and that's why video is such a great medium, because it actually pulls back the curtain a little bit and lets people understand things in a more complex way.
So would you say with the YouTube channel that you're focusing on, is that sort of an education medium for you?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Because it's quite nice, because with YouTube you don't have to say everything in 90 seconds. You can kind of go a bit more deep on things. And to my surprise as well, with YouTube, people are quite interested in the thought process behind things. And so we've started to experiment with videos of like me just doing my job. Yeah. I don't know that it's quite hitting the mark yet, but I've had people saying that they enjoy watching it. So this is like an hour of like me just doing stuff.
I have
talking to myself or talking to someone else in the team.
But there is this movement on YouTube. I heard someone talking about it it came up on my reel, where people are just like streaming for 7 hours and just them watching TV.
My day.
And somebody else joins them streaming, watching TV.
Well, actually what I was thinking of with this was like, sometimes my kids will watch gamers.
Yes.
Gaming.
And
I was thinking I kind of want to do something like that.
Yeah.
Where I can
their interiors
play my game and like do my solutions.
Yeah.
And some people want to watch it. I don't know. I haven't even figured out the technology yet, because like someone made a comment the other day. They were saying that we did one of these videos and they were like, oh my God, you turned me into a raging sports fan with this. I'm saying, move the door, don't move the door, don't do this, don't do that. Like, so they're engaging with it in this different way.
Yeah,
So,
wow.
but again, the technology, right?
Yeah.
I can now just hook up my iPad
Yeah.
and it will direct stream the
Into
solution into YouTube.
That's crazy.
And I've done some experiments where we've done it live and people can talk to you while you're doing it.
And how did that go? Was that
Interesting.
Yeah.
We've got to experiment more with it, but
Totally.
it's a continuation of that conversation.
Well, it's definitely the platform to do that.
I think so.
think, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, it seems like it's got immense potential. And the people spend a lot of time with you there. So like the ones
They're connected and engaged.
Yeah, I think much more engaged than social.
So can I talk to you about monetization? Like, because I know, like, it costs a lot of money to have a set, to
It really does,
to film,
yeah.
to do the
And
production.
to do production,
It's
yeah.
expensive, and I know you and I are both, self-funding these
Yes.
things, and happily doing it because there's a purpose. But what are your views in terms of how do you scale the model, and then how do you monetize it? Do you have any thoughts or ideas about
I think that's a great question. I mean, and this is why, like I would say to the other designers, like
we're thinking about
you
it? Yeah.
kind of got to be careful and be thinking of your monetization model. I've never really felt particularly drawn to, I guess, the more influencer model. So I
Have
guess...
you been approached by companies to...
Yeah, a lot. Not necessarily, though, for things that made a lot of sense to me. So I guess I've just not really wanted to pursue it that much. So that's one thing a lot of people, I guess, would do in my position. They might monetize through influencer brand deals, stuff like that. I kind of feel like I want to maintain my independent opinions, and some of them are a bit controversial, so might not work so well for a brand. And my honesty and integrity, that's kind of important to me. On the other hand, I guess we have seen that having the large audience does lead to, I guess, a lot of services work. So we do okay out of that, and that essentially at the moment is funding everything. So that is fairly standard, I guess. A lot of people ask me, do you actually get any clients from your little videos? Like that, they ask that sort of question.
It's a bit condescending.
And I say, well, it's completely transformed the business. So yes, absolutely. But we've had to be open to completely transforming the business.
Did you get any support in transforming the business? Like, did you work with a coach, or is this just you and your team?
It's got to be shit before it's good. Like, we've made every mistake, but I guess the benefit that we have had is that because of the large audience, because of the continuous stream of interest in working with us, we've probably done a lot of things wrong and like burned a lot of opportunities that could have been good because we were doing God knows what at the time. But we've had a lot of opportunities, I guess, a lot of chances to get it right.
The business is obviously shifted and changed. So you're straddling traditional one-to-one service, but you're also looking at scale, and you're servicing clients all over the world. Take me really deeply into what that looks like.
It's really tricky. And I guess that's definitely something I haven't figured out yet to my satisfaction. So it's a strange line we're walking where the profile has kind of opened us up to the whole world. Like, I guess really when I first started the videos, I thought that because I was making videos in Australia, that somehow there would be a localized factor on them. Like, it would be somehow sent to more people in Australia. Like, sounds so naive now, but that's sort of the way I was thinking. But to my surprise, right from the start, it was people very evenly mixed across the whole world. We like to think of ourselves as being located on the moon. Like, imagine we were located on the moon. How would we structure our services to be able to assist people no matter where in the world they are?
And how have you done that?
How's that going?
How's that going for you?
Well, I think that fortunately there have been things that have been evolving at the same time, like technology,
absolutely,
which has been enormously helpful. So things are sort of moving in that direction generally. So I guess what we do these days is we do all of our meetings pretty much on Zoom or Teams. And I'm almost surprised when people turn up, like physically.
Yeah.
You know, like
even local clients?
Yeah, like I guess I just sort of forget where people are located.
Of course, when you're servicing people all over the world.
And then suddenly someone will turn up.
And I think COVID, for all of its challenges, that it did actually make the world smaller for us. And that accessibility is not an issue anymore.
Absolutely.
And I think what I'm seeing is that because you have put yourself out there and you've created a language around your thoughts, your processes, your philosophies, people are buying into that. You're challenging these traditional norms, or you're challenging things and you're throwing them on their head and saying, this is my
just
perspective.
Think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess if people were to come to me, like not that wouldn't make sense, would it? It's like what you see is what you get.
What you get, absolutely.
Yeah, it's not great mystery.
No, and I think that's coming back to my earlier point about giving advice to other people who might be thinking about sharing their thoughts and views. Is that's the benefit of doing it, is that you create a language around your philosophies, your design aesthetic. And so when clients are coming to you then through those channels, they're already warm. They know what they're going to get.
They know what they're getting. And I guess
especially if you're authentic about it, which you have
I think
been.
100% I would never be fake about this sort of thing. And I think you're just giving people the opportunity to get to know you a little bit. Sometimes, though, I speak to friends about this sometimes, and I'm not sure that I would have invested so much in it, though. Like, I feel like for me there's something else here. Like, I'm not quite sure where it's going yet, but
so can we stay here? Yeah.
Well, I'm just not sure, like, if I was giving advice to other designers. I mean, I've invested an immense amount of time and attention and money and all the things in developing this. Yeah. And it probably wouldn't make sense if your intent is just to do a local one-to-one service. And like, I'm still struggling with that. I'm sure there's a better way.
Are you struggling with the one-to-one service compared to the scalability of...
Yes. Yeah. The service doesn't match the interest or the scale of the discussion. What I've seen through this exercise of starting to do a lot of online stuff, videos and things, and we've also started YouTube, which is... I love YouTube. Yeah. I just think you can put a piece of video out there that's seen millions of times around the world.
And is evergreen.
And has years of attention with it. Or you can service one person and design their house, and that's great for that one person. But I don't know. I just wonder if there's a better way to improve design outcomes in the world.
So would you say that's your mission? Like, is there a guiding light on your why?
It's kind of that, It really annoys me that these buildings are just getting thrown up all over the place, and they could just be done well, right? Instead of me going back and fixing everything one at a time, I don't know.
Which is not scalable.
Not scalable.
So what do you think is the solution then? Like, how do you feed into the solution with the platform that you've built? Is it by getting the groundswell of normies, normal people who are demanding, who have better information about what good design is, and then they're demanding it from all those around them? Like, how do you get someone out in Penrith end up with a better house than what they're getting now?
If I don't fix it for them.
Yeah. If
I'm not fixing it.
And that's a big problem, by the way. It's not one that you or I individually...
I haven't figured out the answer, believe me. I've been wondering about it.
Yeah, because I can see the curiosity for you around that there's this bigger problem. There's a platform of social media, there's individual service, and something's not quite stacking up for you. And it's like, how do you...
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at. So it's not like I've got everything figured out here, so sorry. But it's like...
Don't we all wish we had the problems of the world
solved? Not at all sorted.
No.
I mean, for now, I figure like my contribution is just trying to make people think twice, think about things. Don't just accept the status quo. Another interesting thing I've found is that when people are working with maybe other designers or builders, like there's a whole massive industry of people out there saying that they do design for people, and it's like, and I've seen a lot of it and it's awful. So I think if you find yourself in a place with a builder or a building designer or God knows who, and you're not happy with the way the design is going, you really have to trust that like as a normal person, you have to know that you're not crazy. Something is fundamentally wrong.
So how many projects would you do just on average? How many
in a month?
Can you take in a month?
I
as
mean,
a team?
We've been refining that too, because some months we kind of screwed ourselves because we sold far too much.
Right.
So what we're trying to do is accept less and
Can you space it out?
Work more with more deeply with one. So, I mean, it's a bit the antithesis of what we were talking about before.
Yes, yeah.
I guess I thought initially that I could help a lot of people with
Yeah.
services, but I'm moving a bit away from that. And what I'm trying to do is just get the services really flowing very smoothly and working really well. And then I'll turn my attention to what I might be able to do for the people who want just a bit of this and that in the right direction.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's a one-on-one service. It's something else. But
Yeah.
I don't know quite how to deal with that yet.
Maybe it's like an educational
Like community
platform
or something.
a community. I
Maybe.
mean, there's so many different forms of that at the moment, and it's challenging to know what is successful without really trying.
It really is. Like
Yeah.
we have released like a small course before. It was pretty successful. So I think we had thousands of people through the course.
Right.
So it was interesting to try.
But that's a science. That's a whole marketing
But that's a whole other
strategy
thing.
unto itself.
Yeah, it's a whole other thing. And I just thought for now I'll get the services really smooth and working really well. And the other thing that's emerging at the same time is YouTube. So, we've monetized on YouTube, but it's not a lot. But that does have the potential to scale.
With YouTube, I can't remember, but I think you have to hit a certain number of subscribers, don't you, or hours watched?
It's a mixture of subscriber numbers and hour view hours or something, or views on short. There's a few criteria.
Yeah, that's right. To get to that.
We monetized on it a while ago, but we're just learning how to do that type of content.
Yeah.
And it's a bit more, it can be higher production level, which can get expensive and tricky. So we're experimenting with these more live stream type of contents as well.
Because I guess it's probably less
Because it's easy to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, easy to do. And I think weirdly people are interested. Sometimes you spend a lot of money and you do something really fancy and then no one cares.
And no one cares.
No one cares.
Yeah,
Crickets. I find sometimes that happens. The more fancy you go, the more people don't care.
Yeah.
It becomes something for the industry then.
That's right.
Maybe.
And maybe, I don't know, but I think what's interesting is clearly what you've identified is there's a need.
Definitely.
There's a need and you're fulfilling that need in your way, in your language, in your version of events.
Because everything's evolving so fast as well. YouTube might be a perfectly good way to run education.
Yeah, that's right.
Because that monetizes anyway.
Yeah.
You just get paid per view. So
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
sure
right.
if it's worth putting things behind a paywall.
Yeah.
But
so
I don't know.
I can't wait to
I
see
don't
it
know.
unfold, actually.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, totally. I love it. I think it's fascinating.
It's a shame that actual TV shows don't do a better job.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the block has
really
ruined everything for everybody in our industry. It's awful.
And it's just an ad.
It's just an ad and it's not realistic.
It's not. It doesn't educate or inform or create clarity in any way. So
no. And I think that's the message that I get from what you're doing. Like you're really coming at it from years of experience and you're trying to educate the wider audience, whether you realise
hopefully
it
not
or
in
not.
a boring way.
No, I think it's in a really interesting
Education.
way. I mean, let's just go like you got ask an architect, 5 things I'd never do as an architect, expensive shit that's worth it. Like I just think you've made it real. You've really kind of demystified it. It's not this unattainable. You've just made it real for ordinary, normal people. And
Do you know where expensive shit that's worth it is from?
No.
It's from Bethany Frankel.
Oh my God.
I heard her say it one day and I'm like, that is brilliant.
It's brilliant. Exactly. And she's so real.
Expensive shit that's worth it.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny.
It's good. I watched a couple of them and I'm like, yes, I agree with that. Oh, look, it's fantastic. I have so enjoyed this. I could talk to you for hours. I have lots more questions, but we might have to come back for a part 2.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's been, and because I'd love to see where things go in 12 months after YouTube really kicks.
Yeah.
Thank you for your honesty and for
It's a
sharing your
pleasure.
journey. And I think it's really nice to get to know the person behind the person, like even with you being sort of in a public figure and being more visible, it's really nice to kind of just know that you don't have it all worked out. You're still trying to work it out, but there's depth there in terms of why yours, what your why is. And I just, it's been...
And if anyone's got suggestions for me,
Yeah.
I'd be very interested to hear them.
Well, I'm sure you're going to get some feedback. But no, thank you so much. We end off every conversation with our signature question, which is what does Build Beautiful mean to you?
Oh, it's definitely in the plan for me. I guess that's very predictable, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's just get that right and it will be beautiful. It will be amazing.
Thank you for listening to Build Beautiful. If this conversation resonated
That's
with
the
you,
dream.
I'd love it if you'd follow the show, leave a review or share it with someone who's building something meaningful. It matters more than you know. Follow us on Instagram at Build Beautiful Podcast. Until next time, keep creating with intention, and together we build beautiful.